Take them up on it, okay?
Okay, sure.
This is going to take a while here before we get done here.
Right.
This is Thursday, July 22nd.
And here's the keys.
Okay.
And the car is...
Don't that in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And we just got back from fishing, Emil and I and Brian on the Coho 2.
You shot to the whale, Dick?
Didn't
On the video?
didn't get in. No, they were up and down before I got him.
Whale out there.
And you see we get a few halibut, but a lot of snappers and lingcod, bass.
Walk down there.
Now comes work.
Walk down there and take kind of individual
Oh,
shots.
okay.
And then I'm going to go, okay? I'll see you.
Okay.
I'm going to take them up on it. I'm going to go.
Okay.
See you home.
Yep.
You guys got all the pictures you want?
I think so.
Get some pictures. We want guts now.
Rich, Jake, picture
Yeah. This is Jeff, the captain. He's working on the halibut. Then we'll get going on the snappers and etc. Well, today is Tuesday, August 17th, 1993. It's maybe 7:30 or so at night. You can see that the sun is shining behind us, and it's raining hard out towards Keystone Canyon. So you can see one full rainbow all the way across down to the other side over here, where it's in the open here. We've had a lot of rain in the last few days. In fact, I'm going to swing down and show the cooler down here. Look at this, Rochelle.
Oh my, it's almost full. Oh my.
That's a lot of rain. I heard somebody say we had 7 inches of rain over the weekend, just in a couple days.
That's water to plant, or to water flowers with. Oh my goodness.
So we've had plenty of rain after going all summer. Nice sunshiny days. It is kind of pretty out there. I'm sure it'll be moving. I'm not sure if it's moving this way or not.
A full rainbow.
Yep.
Right over Rex Brown's house, over in the distance. Rex, you can see it now.
And we got some fresh snow at elevation over the weekend. You can see all those peaks that are sticking up over there. That's fresh snow on those 2 little peaks there. Now those others, it's too cloudy, you can't see, but there is some fresh snow there. And some, you can see a little bit of up here. Getting that time anyway.
No, those were a couple of ravens.
This is Saturday, August 21st. We're at the Anchorage Airport, waiting for Tim and Taylor to come in, and that's their Northwest Airlines 757 just landing right there. So they it's turning in right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, continue boarding for flight 1940 now. 19 now has to board those customers seated in rows 10 through 22. Once again, you are seated in rows 10.
Okay, he's swinging around that way a little bit and get the head-on shot here. Just to go around the pylons here. to the ramp and then go back, sit down and wait for them to come off. You can see it's pretty wet out here. It's been raining most of the day here. In fact, we drove in rain most of the time coming over from Valdez. Hey Tim, how you doing? Who's that? Hey Taylor.
Okay, let me get you your
Okay.
ID and sign you guys off. You better stand up and wait right here.
Well, we're ready to go down and get the baggage. And Grandma's taking pictures of them by the counter. And they made it through all right. Made it to the top of Space Needle with Dan and Kim when they were in Seattle. Okay, let's go get them. Only look this way. Here we are in Valdez, and it's Sunday, August 22nd in the afternoon, and we're out on the container dock with Tim and Taylor, and the cruise ship Universe is in. And this is one that's run by the University of Pittsburgh. They actually have classes for credit on here. You take a cruise and take a college course. Typically, when the cruise boats come in here, they're in here for 6 or 8 hours. Give them time to get off and go through the canyons and see the waterfalls, and maybe go on a whitewater rafting thing and spend some money. However, give you some perspective of where this is what we call a container dock. It's the world's largest floating concrete dock. And they bring container ships in here, but they also use it for cruise boats, obviously. And I'll just swing around those buildings right over there. That's the hatchery at Solomon Gulch. There's a dam and a lake right up above there that furnishes power for the city of Valdez. We'll swing on around. Maybe you can see there's a line of motorhomes. That's Allison Point, but most people here call it Winnebago Point. And swinging around, there's the pipeline terminal. It's a little bit breezy and cloudy today. We had a lot of fog this morning. Now I'll swing down around this way, across the Sun and the mooring buoy. And right over there is Valdez. And you can see all the buildings and so on associated with this bit, and the small boat harbor. And then behind that is Blueberry Hill and the city of Valdez right over there. After we leave here, we're going to head over towards Mineral Creek Canyon, which is right in that area. It goes in between those two mountain ranges. And we'll take some pictures of waterfalls and so on there. See, here's another sightseeing tour bus that's just coming back to drop them off at the boat. I'll just swing around back over here just a little bit so you can see the containers that are offloaded. Those are grain elevators there. They've been here for 10 years, 12 years, maybe never been used. That's another whole story. Well, it's about 6 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and we're back in Mineral Creek Canyon. There's Taylor and his grandma down here. I'll swing back around here, and this is one of the many beautiful streams and waterfalls. And there's Tim in the canyon. Just follow it up. It'd be pretty tough swimming up there. It sure is pretty, isn't it? You guys want to go for a swim? You see the sun shining down at the end of the canyon there. You still see some snow left over from last year. Now this is getting towards the end of August. We're already starting to get fresh snow on the mountains. There's still some left over there from last year, you can see. Swing around here. Those mountains there are across the bay, so that's actually looking back towards Valdez, and then those would be behind the terminal across the bay. When we were out on the container dock, my friend Dave Johnson, who was driving that tour bus that came in, told me that there was 2 killer whales right out in the middle there this afternoon, and there was only him and one other person there to see them. So the tourists never even saw the killer whales that were out there. More waterfall. I'll shut this off and go down the road and look back up there, see what's up above there. You can see a little more of the water coming down. This is just down the road a little bit, and you can see where the water comes from. Several streams merge in up there and come down and dump up over that rock there. And there's small ones all around. We'll go back and find some more waterfalls here now.
Sunday afternoon, we're continuing our drive back through Mineral Creek. It's an afternoon where we do have some sun. We're just lucky today.
Oh, that's going fast.
Are you boys enjoying this trip back here?
Yeah. That's great.
What do you think about it?
Waterfall. Hey, there's a rainbow up there.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, sure enough.
Pan up, Tim says there's a rainbow. Let's look at that rainbow. Sure enough, there's the rainbow.
Must be raining if there's a rainbow.
Huh, that's the beginning of a rainbow, too. I wonder if there's a
Or
pot
the
of gold.
ending, maybe.
Maybe that's where the pot of gold is.
Maybe that's where, yeah, that's where
That's
you,
where
that's where you pan for gold.
Well, there's gold mines back here in this canyon. You can see there's all this fresh work here. There's been mudslides with all the rain we've had. It's been washed right out down through there.
Let's not get too close to this side of the road here. You know how these... Whoa. Don't want to get seasick here bouncing around, but...
Road sick instead. That waterfall always...
Can you say anything for the camera?
This is Talkies.
Well, I've had a good time so far. And,
Having a good time now?
Huh?
Having a good time now?
oh yeah. There's a big waterfall over there.
How are you doing,
There's a
Tim?
nice long one over here.
Great trip. This is my favorite trip in the whole world that I've ever had. Dude.
You'll have to bring the whole family up here, right?
Right. Sure do.
See, this is just over at the other side of the road. There's long waterfalls there. You can see there's a lot of water been coming down here and washing over the road. They patched it in a lot of places. We'll go on down the road here now to that big falls up there, and then stop and go up take pictures. It's still running.
Quite a few over here.
See waterfall along the side of this canyon.
Here's the big one I was talking about up
There's a nice
11
one on the
o'clock.
other side of the canyon too. You can see the mist from that.
10:30 right now.
There's Tim's rainbow up ahead.
The one on the other side, this one I like too. It's got mist coming off of it, so it's a double splits up there around that rock.
7654.
Show the road here in front. You see what we're driving on and go around this road. This is actually a nice smooth stretch of the road.
Whoa, skinny dipping. Skinny road.
There's a lot of water coming down there. It's quite a ways away, but it's a nice waterfall over there. That double splits around the rock. So. And this little trail down here leads down to the creek, and there's people that are doing gold mining down there with equipment.
Oh, really? They go down there and do that?
Yeah, they have like scoops and loaders and so on.
Can you go down and watch it? Or is it?
No, they don't want you down there.
There's a big waterfall.
I guess they think that takes. I'm gonna pull down here, then we'll walk up there. I'll just pull over to the side here where we can get out. We'll walk up there. Okay?
I'm gonna walk up there. We're gonna see the falls.
Look at the falls. You can see the water we got coming through here. Don't get too far down. A little bit of force there. I'll just pan on down across here. Don't get too seasick now. And then pan up across to see the falls coming in from the other side into the creek. That's the one that split there, the double falls up there and then comes on down. Gorgeous. Yeah, we're see these rapids that come right down underneath the road here. It's almost the same as a waterfall, it's just not quite as steep. There's quite a bit of water there. I'm going to swing over this way and take a picture of the rainbow that Tim spotted, and he took a picture of with the camera. Hopefully that turns out, but there's the rainbow coming down there anyway. And so we'll go on back the road.
Hi. Well, we were looking down the falls and we found rocks with a little bit of what we might call gold. What we might find out is gold.
It's probably gold. It just probably isn't rich enough to break apart. It would be worthwhile.
Right here you can see
not too close,
a little.
Not too close. It won't take it then.
You can see a little right there.
There you go. Yep.
And a lot of holes over here, right there, a lot of places. Down here you can see a little bit right here. And there might be, Grandpa said there might be a little bit of gold.
I think it just quit.
Maybe even silver.
Oh, it's still running, I guess.
Okay, well, we're off to probably another waterfall.
Yep.
Might find some more rocks. See you there.
This is one of my personal favorites, this waterfall on the other side of the canyon. You can see the mist coming up. When you're coming down the road, you can't see the waterfall, and it looks like fire, like smoke from a fire coming up out of there. And up on top there's glaciers. That's where all this water comes from the glaciers melting. In fact, I'll swing around here and show you one of them. There's a hanging glacier right up on top of the mountain there, right underneath the clouds. And over on here, there's another one. There's fresh snow on the mountains clear in the back there. See right up in where the sun is shining. That's fresh snow there. And a glacier right down there. This is the end of the trail. Except last year we drove back in there. They opened the gate for us. I say I drove back here last year. We came back and the guy unlocked the gate for me. We drove back past the stamp mill.
Where's it go?
It goes on past the stamp mill, another 4 or 5 miles back there.
4 or 5 miles?
Yep. It gets worse and worse until you go across this rushing
you're in
water.
that canyon, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what you're doing is you're looking up these walls.
Right.
To the most
right.
part.
Yeah.
So this is probably your better view because it goes and gets steeper.
It gets steeper and steeper, right?
I love finding roads like this.
Yeah.
Look at a topographical map and say, where's a dirt road?
Yeah, there's a lot of nice ones around here.
Are you gonna go hiking?
Huh?
Are you gonna go hiking?
Well, actually, what I did, I parked my car about 3 miles down the road.
We're on our way back out now. It's getting a little bit darker. It's only 8 o'clock. Anyway, they do some gold mining here. That's a rolling mill. There's a ball mill down there that they scoop it all up and crush it and run it through. Yeah, I think I gotta be changing batteries here, so we probably won't take any more tonight. That's that glacier we saw before. And there's another one over here that we saw before. Now we're on the way out, of course. And pass, and we came up here.
Okay. Oh, well, this is our, we're doing a mail route. We're passing through Keystone Canyon. And, where's that? Just over there?
That's the low river.
That's the low river down there. And, as you see ahead, there's some falls.
That's the Horsetail. That's Horsetail Falls. When we get to Horsetail Falls, I'll pull over to the side so Grandma can take a picture.
Okay. That's nice.
This is only about less than 10 miles from our house.
Swing around here to Horsetail Falls. This is a real beautiful falls. And we'll get out of the car and take some additional pictures here. There's Timothy. Now he's got the right idea. And there goes Taylor. Hi there, Dick.
Not as much water coming down as usual. It hasn't been raining much this week. The big one on the left there, that's Bridal Veil. Look forward and see Grandma take a better picture of that.
Bridal Veil Falls.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Well,
Pretty narrow, huh?
Yeah. Especially the road up ahead.
this is the only road into and out of Valdez. It's called the Richardson Highway, and this is the Keystone Canyon where we just observed the Bridal Veil Falls and Horsetail Falls and hundreds of others. We should count them someday.
We will never end.
This was the route to the gold fields early in this century. And they used dog sleds and horses and foot trails. Up here a little ways, we'll see, I'll show you one of them. Or one that you can still see one of the trails up on the side there.
Okay.
It was just wide enough for dog sleds and horses with sleighs and so on. But this was an easier route than going up over the Valdez Glacier anyway. This is an old railroad tunnel that was never used.
Do people go in there?
Yeah, people walk in there. Yeah, maybe when we come back we can walk in there.
Yeah, right there it comes out, right there. See it?
They never built the railroad. They just got a lot of money from people and they just never built it. Now we'll pull over here. There's a little sign that tells you about that horse and dog sled trail.
Glacier up there at 9 o'clock. Oh yeah, that's really nice.
Taylor, would you like to read what the sign says here about the horse and sled dog trail?
It says, on the far side, just above the water, are the remains of the old sled trail, used in the early days. It was cut out of rock, just wide enough for 2 horses abreast. 200 feet above can be seen the old goat trail. This road was used till 1945.
Let's pan over and see if we can.
Yeah, you can see the trail up there. You can see the straight line across there. That's the trail.
Doesn't look like much today, but
No, it's all grown over. I think, you know, back here it's just.
Did that happen when the earthquake was there, Grandpa?
What's that, Tony?
That big cut in the mountain. Looks like the valley.
No, it was there long before any earthquakes. This is Netzel's mailbox. Looks like you got it patched up now after somebody shot a hole through it.
let's look at Netzel's mailbox.
I'll do that mailbox. It's on my side.
No, I'd rather have Taylor do it because it's up. Because otherwise you have to get out on the street here. Yeah, sometimes they send money in for stamps and so on. Yep, that's what it looks like.
Oh, wait, they sure did shoot. Get up here and look in the mailbox.
Somebody shot a hole through the Netzel's mailbox. Oh well, the mailman's going to put the flag down, and he put the mail in the box, and now, okay, are we done with this mailbox?
Yeah, we're done with this mailbox.
Yeah, the Netzels live down below there, cabin. Office. And in fact, John Netzel there, we just delivered to, picked up some empty propane bottles from him one time, 20-pound tanks to get filled up in town because his truck wasn't working. We did that for him, all part of the mail, U.S. mail service.
Let me see the quarters and see if what date they are. Let's see. 1977. 1986. And last but not least, 1977.
Pass here now. See, there's plenty of fresh snow up here on the higher peaks. This is about a 7 or 8 mile steady upgrade up to the top of Thompson Pass here. Actually, the straight shot is, then we go up some more when we turn the other way.
There's a sharp mountain peak right there.
Yep.
Over to your 330 or something. Big glacier.
See all the ice fields, glaciers over there.
Here's one at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, there's plenty of snow on the mountains up here.
Oh, it just went over the hill.
And what are these snow poles doing here, Dick?
Remember, guys, I told you we get a lot of snow here. That's in the wintertime. Sometimes those, by the springtime comes, those are completely covered, but that's what they use to help the snow plows figure out how to plow the road and people know where the road is.
Well, aren't the snowplows have to be real big?
Big snow plows, they push them off the side, and then they use rotary plows to throw it farther away so that it doesn't block the road. But up here on the pass, most of the time they get 60 or 70 or 80 feet of snow. Feet of snow in the wintertime.
That's too much for the roads, isn't it?
Well, they work at it 24 hours a day. There's a Department of Transportation, the Highway Department station up here with all the equipment, and they're 24 hours a day because when it comes down hot, fast, and heavy.
1 o'clock. Ooh, that's really nice. That's fresh, isn't it? No. Wait. 3 o'clock is too. 3 o'clock.
Won't be long, there'll be snow up here.
So it's 10.
Usually the first week or so of September it gets snow to stay up here in the pass.
It's a little tiny glacier.
And this is August 24th today.
What are we? Waterfalls. Wow, look at the mountain ahead of us.
Yep.
Well, that's a nice one. Oh, look at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, nice glacier over there.
The trees are
Bushes. They're alder bushes.
Look at the mountain ahead of us. Wow, look at the mountain ahead of us. 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 Look at the mountain a
Who's back in the back seat? Let's take a look. Taylor's right there. Okay. He quick put the binoculars up to his eyes. Kind of a nice view
Swing
to back
back
too.
over on this side here, all the way across there.
They're still over there.
Maybe when we come back, we can probably see that too. But you can see all the way down the Keystone Canyon and the ice fields up above Keystone Canyon there. That's where we just were, way down there, guys.
Oh yeah, sure.
Down that way.
Going up, look out. The years are kind of high.
Actually, mountain passes in Alaska are not all that high. This one is 2,700 feet, and that's typical. The highest one is only about 4,000 feet.
I see a glacier. Oh, it's right there, see?
There's a dirty glacier that's still got ash on it from last year when Mount Spur erupted.
Still? Look at that one! Yeah.
Now these right up here, especially the one on the right, that's where Pastor Dan Bauer and remember Larry that you met at the Hook, Line, and Sinker yesterday?
Yeah.
That's where they go up and alongside there to do their gold panning.
Look at that. That goes almost all down to the road.
It's quite a ways down. That's pretty dirty too from last year, yeah. Here we are at the top. Thompson Penance. There's some snow there, but not as much as usually because we had a nice warm summer this year, so it's most of it's off.
Yeah, look at that. Nice glacier. So there's a lot of ash.
From the volcano, yeah. And right down here, that's over south of Anchorage.
It went that far.
And right down here is that highway department station where they have all their equipment and so on. Or in the wintertime. And when Warner Brothers were here making that movie this spring, they built 2 more big buildings out in front of there, and then they blew them up as part of the picture. They wanted to make this look like a pump station.
So now we call it Pump Station 13.
Right. And Pump Station 12 is really the last pump station on the line.
Okay, this is Worthington Glacier. We can get a little bird's eye view here.
You see it goes way up the top there. It comes down around. It's dirtier up the top. We've had heavy rain. It's washed it off quite a bit down below here. It doesn't look too bad.
We'll get a chance to go back to Worthington Glacier. It's a state park, and it has a nice trail.
See, we'll go, maybe on the way back, we'll go back to the visitor center there. Here's a little parky squirrel coming off the road. And here's where they have the World Extreme Skiing Championships every year. They ski right up off the tops of these peaks.
We've almost got the sun today. Clouds are kind of interesting, but we're hoping for the sun.
How would they get transported up?
Helicopter. Yep, they take helicopters up there. And here they have a little airstrip right here, and that's where they have airplanes that, with skis on them in the wintertime. But this is what they use for kind of a base for the extreme skiing. They fly helicopters in and out of here. St. Lodge last year too, but that's all closed down now. So.
One more
There's a
glaciers
big
on
beaver
this side.
lodge right there.
Where?
Right there. 3 o'clock. Well, it's down here in the water, not up on the mountain. See, the mountaintop is brushing the bottom of the clouds.
I think that's fresh snow up there too. Nice and clean and white. Not dirty like the old snow from last year gets to be. It's kind of pretty, isn't it?
We're kind of coming down into Santa Canyon here where the Santa River comes down.
How's everybody doing back there?
Fine, fine.
Yeah, there's plenty. You want to climb up that one?
Yeah,
Like I say, this is the Sena River here. See?
Where?
Now that's part of the microwave relay for communications on the pipeline mostly.
Like a giant stone got a big leak.
Here in this, it was on the mail run until only about a month ago. They're shut down now. There's nobody up here. Went out of business.
Up there.
I saw the guy that owned it in town today. He was on the highway there. Nobody here. So unless somebody else buys it and opens it up, I tell them
Sena River along the side of the road.
it goes under the road right here. And this is what the one they call Devil's Elbow, if you want to. Or I can walk out of it.
This is the Sena River and an area they call Devil's Elbow. It's right alongside our highway, so we stopped to take a picture. There's a nice looking boy. Stopped to throw a rock down in the water.
He's going to fill up this canyon with rocks.
Hi, Tim.
See Worthington Glacier all the way back there?
I heard that.
Did you tell them about the gates?
We'll walk over here and see the gates that they put across the highway if there's an avalanche so that you can't go any further. I suppose you couldn't go any further anyhow if there was an avalanche, but this is to warn you, I guess. And of course this is what it says when they put the gates crossed.
See, when Dan and Nancy Bauer came up in February, it was the gate at the other side of this thing, just this side of Wind River Mountain Lodge that was closed. They had to stop there. It's a long ways down there.
There we've got the sun. Really quite a beautiful day.
Both ways.
So you want to go? This is the other side here. Is what's called Devil's Elbow. Come on, let's go downstairs. Hang on.
There we've got. This is the other side of the highway. We'll just look across the edge here. This is where it goes under the highway, down below. It's a ways down there. Or would you like to water raft that river? No, thank you. And there's the boys throwing rocks down into the water. If they didn't do anything else, they have more fun just throwing rocks in the water.
Comes down from way over there.
Get 2 more stops on the mail route. No, 3 more.
All right, we better get back in the car.
One at Chester Johnson.
Here we go.
Right over there.
It's a 4-foot diameter.
Doesn't it run from the other side of the bay?
It runs right, exactly. Runs from Prudhoe Bay up north, runs 800 miles all the way down to Valdez.
That's quite a long way.
And you can see where it goes over the mountain up ahead of us, right? At about 1 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah, I see it. We're still continuing our mail route. We got 4 routes.
And it's still August 24th.
Yeah, it's still.
Almost 11 o'clock in the morning. Our next stop is Wind River Mountain Lodge. That's Al Burke and Mary Brutton and Mikey.
Hi, mailman. Let's follow this mailman. He's got a job to do. This is the Burks. Thank you.
And I've already put it.
And that belongs to them across the street. That's Wind River Mountain Lodge. Let's get back in the car now. We have another delivery. Our last delivery is Eagle River Lodge. Al and Miriam operate the lodge across the street. They have a little, I think he's 5, named Mikey. And right directly behind us is the other end of the gate that is pulled across the highway when there's avalanches between that 8-mile stretch. Close the road.
Rest area. Historical sites. What? Maybe Abraham Lincoln. No, he's in Kentucky.
Slow down some. There's that motorhome coming out there. They would be over on the left-hand side, I think, if they were here.
Perfect lake. I'd rather live on this
wait a
one.
minute, what's that black thing back there?
That's just a stump. Yeah, they're not on the river.
If you want it like a
just lying back
moose,
there.
sure, you can go ahead and shoot and eat it. Be a beaver.
There's moose around there. We've seen moose all along here. See, I can see Chester Johnson mailbox right up there on the curve. See it?
Yep.
That's the next one.
The next one is 7 more miles. Next one.
Chester is off
No,
in the
you've
bush
done
here.
3 already. I have not done 3.
Have you ever seen his property? Have you ever been down there?
Yeah, we can see it from that old section of highway that we drive down sometimes.
This is going to be my second up here.
Is it an actual building?
Mail routes have I done?
I don't remember, Taylor.
2, right?
2 or 3.
Let's look here.
Well, the next one will all go in.
Okay. No flag to be put up.
Yeah, okay. Mailbox.
Oh, really?
Bakersfield.
How did you know?
Yeah, I Remember when there was that one moose by a river that I took in the snow? I took a picture too. It was right here. Right at 51 mile. And that's the old Teakle River Roadhouse down there.
We'll catch that later.
Catch it when we come back. This doesn't take as long as I thought it would.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Oh yes.
It's just like 12 hours.
What did you say again?
At 12 o'clock, it looks like a pyramid.
Yeah, but it's 11:04.
Well, actually it's 11:05. No, it's not 1:05. Not 12 o'clock. 11:45. 11:30. 11 o'clock. 10:45. 10:30. 11:90. 10:30. 10:30. 10:30.
Stop. Well, it looks like there might be a bus there. We might have to come back or something.
10 million miles up here on the wall. 10 million miles.
Take the River Lodge.
That's a nice lodge. Alaskan gifts. Ivory,
Mike
jade,
and Gail
burgers,
Huntley own
corn
this.
pie, pop.
And their son Sean works in here too.
Ooh, you dropped.
Should we go inside?
Yeah, let's go inside.
Boy, it looks like you had a couple buses through here today already.
Hi, Gail.
About time you came up here.
Yes, I know. About time. Right.
Better put my sweatshirts up.
Okay.
Okay, this is the little outhouse thing. It says look inside. I already know what happened.
Your surgery.
It's also kind of boss's office.
Okay. Senior center, yeah.
Oh,
It's a mousetrap back there.
oh yeah, that's yeah.
See, I've never so closely at it.
You see these little pieces, the mousetrap eats them, and then they just pop out.
Very interesting. Let's see you put that back together, if you can.
I can. I did this morning. This one's broken. Oh wait, that's not it's supposed to be like that. You see, the mousetrap flips all these over. Where's the other piece? This is the knife I brought today. I got it. It's just like this one here. You got it. It's locked back nice. And I bought it. Oh, yeah, hard, yeah.
There you go. Ready for the next unsuspecting customer. Hi, babe.
Big Pete isn't gonna get me up here. He starts climbing.
Doesn't stay around too long, does he? We're on our way back to Valdez.
Remember, this is what I told you it was 40-mile flat, so you're pretty flat all the way along between us.
Up over this hill is a beautiful sight. We'll be coming up on Worthington Glacier. We'll just keep the camera rolling here so you can see how pretty it is when we get to the top of Thompson Pass. It's so pretty right now. It's blue sky and sunshine, fresh snow on those mountains. Look at those clouds. What a day. We've had a few sprinkles on the windshield, but that was just a couple mile stretch we just came through.
pretty up there in front, guys?
Whoa, girl, isn't that all fresh snow?
Yeah, there's all kinds
That's
of fresh
really
snow.
the glacier,
on
isn't it?
top of the glacier and on top of the mountains, yeah.
Is that Worthington Glacier?
Over at the left it is, yeah. At it from down below, you don't see all that. There's ice fields up on top of there. That's where it all comes from. Snow, packs down, makes a glacier. Say when you're down below it, you don't see all how much ice there is up there.
Let's get the return.
All the way along through here, headed for Bear, along through here and all the way up Santa Canyon. Saw a big black bear up back in Santa Canyon here. We couldn't get close enough to it. We should.
We're taking lots of pictures of the trip up Thompson Pass because it's such a beautiful day. We don't always have clear skies and sunshine. And sometimes it's real foggy when we come up here, so we'll just leave the camera on so we can enjoy the beautiful drive through Thompson Pass. Like that curve. There's another one coming up. Go faster. We could get seasick here. Tomorrow we can stop off at Worthington Glacier. That's this big one right ahead of us. It's the state park. And there's a road that goes back in there and a trail. It's kind of interesting. It's very interesting. Since we have to get the mail back to the post office, we better just keep right on traveling today. Because the fellas want to hook up the Mazda to the boat trailer and go fishing. Gotta have fish for the dinner table tonight.
Yes, that's a beaver lodge. It's just for beavers.
What?
It's not for beavers.
Well, yeah, once they build it, that's
That's what it's called.
Why, what did you think it was?
I thought it was a lodge.
at the blue ice than you can on a sunny day. The road that goes back into their park. We'll take that maybe tomorrow. That's Worthington Glacier. Anything to say, Tim?
I think I said it all yesterday.
You said it all.
But we might be going on Worthington Glacier tomorrow.
All right.
Just over the
Okay. Seems like a good thing to do. How about you, Taylor? Do you have anything you'd like to say today?
Well, I'm just gonna say that I've had a lot of fun going on this mail route. My first one. To see all the glaciers and cover the mountains.
All right. Okay. We'll see you later. See you later. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
A couple more glaciers along the way. They may have names, but I don't know what they are. Lots of clouds, but right up there is whoops. I think we're changed directions. I think the sun is up there. There we go.
Here's the top of the pass coming up.
Keystone Canyon is directly down this side of the mountain, and that's the highway we take to get back to Valdez. Kind of a pretty picture. And there's Dick getting out of the car. And it's just where we came from. And there's the glaciers we don't know the names of. And there's two boys having a good time down on a rock. What do you have there, Taylor? Can you tell what kind it is?
No, I don't know what kind.
Fuzzy one, good. Good. Okay. No, that's right. Well, are you ready to go? Keystone Canyon. There's sunshine up there. Oh, there is.
Horsetail Falls right around the corner. That's too bad. They had those 2 tour buses that ate up all the pies up at Tikal Lodge, or we could have had a piece of pie up there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All
Yep, 2 buses, 2 other pies. That's why Mrs. Whitley was making some more while we were there.
Oh, that's what she was making.
Yep.
There he is.
Float plane just took off. You can hear it, but we can't see it. It's too far now. Just took off from down below here. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Tim. We just got back. Okay, let's go up to the house. Flowers alongside the front walk. Actually, there isn't a front walk, it's just alongside the house. There's the deck. Kind of wraps around the house. And this is looking north. And the north side of the house. Looking west.
This is Thursday. I think it's August 26th. And we're just about to go out on the Blue Haven here, fishing with Emil. Yeah, this is Doyne Houghton's boat that we've been on several times before. A lot of room in the back. And we put some rod holders on it for salmon fishing, but we're going to try for some halibut too. And you can see we get a lot of room back here.
Last time we went out with this thing, we had to buy a new padlock for it.
Uh-huh.
I'm catching a big fish to bring home so we can have some.
And we got plenty of lunch with us over there in the cooler, and we got bait.
He said this thing was...
They're set to
They
go.
went to mineral trick with it back, and then the guys that were playing with it.
Well, we're underway, as you can see, and we're just leaving the small boat harbor in Valdez. You can see there's lots of boats. The kids like to come down here and look at all these boats. We come down these docks, and of course the docks, the concrete docks here, they float up and down with the tide. So the boats are tied to those, and they just float up and down when the tide comes in and out. The highest tide we have around here is only about 20 feet, so it's not too bad. And we're just past high tide, so tide is going back out now. It takes about 6 hours between tides, so another 6 hours will be low tide, and then it'll start coming back in again. And there's Mineral Creek Canyon back here that we drove up the other day. And over on this side, we're going past the fish processing plants. There's Seahawk Seafoods right there. And then farther on, you'll see Peter Pan. And then over on the other side is the Nautilus processing plant. And they do freezing, canning. They can a lot of pink salmon here. They process other salmon and herring, some halibut. See, there's a commercial fisherman going out in front of us here right now. Now the big ones like this island trader here, can go out and unload other boats and bring in. We have a big, you can see like a big vacuum that sucks the fish out of the hold of the other boats, and then when they get in here, then they do the same thing with the from the processing plant. You see the people up there working away, unloading the salmon. It's coming right out through the tube.
That island trailer came all the way up to Bristol Bay.
From Bristol Bay, yeah? Okay, so that was, that's red salmon they're unloading there from Bristol Bay, which is clear up around the other side of Anchorage and on out that way, and out to Dillingham and so on is Bristol Bay. And you can see this is Peter Pan coming up. Now that was Seahawk we were looking at, and this is Peter Pan processing plant here. And this is Westmark Hotel. We'll gas it up after we use the thing. There you can see the Sojourn is getting ready to go out there fueling up. And this belongs to the Peter Pan, and they'll go out and actually buy fish from the boats out there and pay cash for it, so they have thousands right off the boats out there. Well, we're coming up past, that's the Coast Guard dock right up here. That one right there. And it was right in front of that last year that I had a salmon jump right into my boat. About a 13-pound silver salmon jumped right in over the back end of my boat. And I kept it. And it gives you another little perspective. Right across the bay is the oil terminal. The end of the Trans-Alaska pipeline. We'll shut her off now, and hopefully we'll take some pictures of some fish later on.
Get him!
Tim's got one on here. Taylor, move the rod over there, away from him.
Woo, Tim! That's a big one.
Ooh, look at him jump.
Oh, boy, that's a big one.
Can you lift the rod up a little bit, Tim? Good fish. Mr. Wagner's gonna net it. And we got it!
Yeah! Whoa! These are big ones! Oh my gosh! Look at him!
This is a nice fish. Nice going, Tim.
Nice going.
Yep.
Thing's huge. Does that happen?
Tim, now that we got that big salmon in the box, what do you think of salmon fishing in Alaska?
It's pretty great. Better than most fishing.
Yeah, we could have had 4 in that box.
Yeah, we've had a lot of hits, but we just haven't been able to get them in. But Tim got that one in all right.
Grandpa said it's at least 10 pounds.
That's right. We'll weigh it later on. It's a nice fish. Taylor, when are you going to catch one?
I don't know yet. Probably the next one.
Good, good. Okay. Well, we're back at the lake house, and you can see Tim's got the scale in his hand. And what did Grandpa tell you it weighed, Tim?
10 pounds.
And how much does it weigh?
10 pounds.
Right on the nose, right? Nice fish, anyway. We're going to get some more tomorrow. We're going halibut fishing early in the morning, then we'll do some more salmon fishing, right, Taylor?
Right. I'm going to catch the big one, not him.
So, I think we better cut the...
They're even better when they're cooked.
Yeah. Nah, I think I'll just
All
eat
there's
it like
left
this.
is bones and other stuff in there.
Yeah, I want the head.
This is what Timothy caught. This is where minute fish comes from. You know the stuff that you just pop in the microwave?
This is the leftovers from my fish.
Yep. And we'll send those back to Mississippi with you.
Yeah.
Harper gonna eat these. We're gonna eat this.
Think of the...
Let's see your shirts, boys.
There's 2 nice fish. 2 nice fish.
Grandma got these for us.
Whoa, good looking shirts on 2 good looking boys. Did you have a good time today?
Yeah, we're good.
What did you do?
Well, I had a couple of hits. I had a lot of them actually, but they mostly got off.
I got this hit.
I caught one so big it broke my line.
Yeah, we did.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The fish that got away.
Broke the fly You took the flasher. And
Oh no. Oh well. I guess you have witnesses, so.
This whole thing is gonna be. Let's check the stomach for that lure, Grandpa.
oh, it wouldn't be in there. It wouldn't be in there. Yeah, well, you had the flasher and everything on there. Right flasher.
Big digested already. Probably a shark.
Good looking fish.
Good
Nice
looking
going,
fish.
Now its mouth is closed.
You should have kept it closed and you stayed out of trouble. See, that's a lesson for us, right? Yep.
So you want to go fishing again?
Yeah, we're gonna go fishing tomorrow. We're gonna start at 6:30.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Mm. Who are you going with?
Grandpa and